Okay, we've done a lot of good work in establishing and defining the context, as well as identifying value, sorting that value. Step 5 gives us an opportunity to systematically look at the value we've sorted and understand and develop, enumerate and brainstorm a growth strategy. So let's take the Rust-Oleum example. Go back to that for a minute. Customer is the retail category management for small project paints. Rust-Oleum is the company. Sherwin-Williams is the competitor. And by the way, this is a post hoc account of this case study. But within the context of the research that Rust-Oleum did, they found that Sherwin-Williams was clearly perceived to have advantages in regular price and promotion support and volume. They're just a bigger brand. That was certainly relevant. Turns out it was very relevant as well. Were unmet needs that Rust-Oleum management inferred and really understood and dug into when hearing from retailers about the messiness of the category and the disorganization, how they were losing customers because customers couldn't find what they wanted. We'll come back to that. Step 5 is about understanding the value, given that you understand the value of the customer seeking, generating growth strategy. So recall, value is a function of benefits and price or cost, right? And this leads to a simple notion that if you want to improve this overall ratio, you got to increase the numerator or reduce the denominator. Right? And step 5 is a manner of doing that. So these are the kinds of things that enhance benefits generically, and generically these are the kinds of things to reduce cost. But we can look more specifically at this via this, again, the sorting relationship. Remember that if we look at importance here, right, and brand differences over here, we know that, well, if we got the attribute of benefits really high in importance, and we're better, well, that's an area A. That's the pure definition of an area A, value that matters to customers, and we're superior to competitors. Right? There are growth implications of that. Right? It appears visually in the model here, the unique value. Area A, the unique value proposition, and we certainly want to build and defend and improve upon this value because we want to continually build that value proposition. Area B, defending the foundation and potentially maybe finding value there that would be could be turned into an area A. Area C, we may want to neutralize. We may or may not, but certainly we need to be aware of where we are deficient in the customer's eyes and the competitor is has an advantage. Value outside the customer's circle. Areas E and D may provide growth opportunity if we can reduce or eliminate non-value, or potentially maybe it's not only non-value because people don't know about it, so maybe better communicate. So for important growth implications there. Area F is an interesting one in that it's the competitor's unimportant advantages or non-value. You got to be careful you don't wake a sleeping giant with this, but certainly an area of value we need to be aware of. And area G will illustrate with Rust-Oleum here. Very important unmet needs. How do we innovate around and seek solutions to unmet needs once we've identified them? So Rust-Oleum decided that price was not going to be the answer to them. It wasn't the problem per se. The larger problem was that retailers had this unmet need around category disorganization at point of purchase. So Rust-Oleum developed a consulting arm that was focused on category management. Taking objective sales data, helping retailers maximize profitability through assortments and space allocation and so forth. But it was completely objective and evidence-based. Through this analysis and over time, it occurred to Rust-Oleum to suggest a redesign of in-store organization of small project paints in a way that better matched how end consumers were thinking about their decisions. They proposed this, tested it, worked, and retailers almost universally adopted this new categorization. It led to really improved relationships and also almost a doubling of Rust-Oleum's market share. All right. That's really the overall scoop for step 5. It is a step where once you've got that sorted value, to look systematically at all of these categories and identify and brainstorm on growth strategies. Come up with a bunch of ideas. Okay, come up with a bunch of ideas. Worksheet 5 is not required per se, but it may be helpful in helping guide you through this brainstorming process. So that is step 5.